Welcome to my channel HarshTronics. Let's get started with basic Arduino. What is Arduino? Arduino is an open-source electronics platform based on easy-to-use hardware and software. Arduino boards are able to read inputs, light on a sensor, a finger on a button, or online message and turn it into an output, activating a motor, turning on an LED, publishing something online. You can tell your board what to do by sending a set of instructions to the microcontroller on the board. To do so, Arduino programming language and Arduino IDE software is used. Let's have a look at components of Arduino Uno board. ATmega 328 microcontroller. ATmega microcontroller, the heart of your board. ATmega 328 is an 8-bit and 28 pins advanced virtual RISC AVR microcontroller, manufactured by Microchip, follows RISC architecture and has a flash-type program memory of 32 kilobytes. It has an EEPROM memory of 1 kilobyte and its SRAM memory is of 2 kilobytes. It also has 3 built-in timers, 2 of them are 8-bit timers while the third one is 16-bit timer. SDA is a data line, SCL is a clock line. Analog pins. The Arduino Uno board has 6 analog input pins A0 through A5. These pins can read the signal from an analog sensor like the humidity sensor or temperature sensor and convert it into a digital value that can be read by the microprocessor. .3 supply 3.3 output volt. 5V supply 5 output volt. Most of the components used with Arduino board works fine with 3.3 volt and 5 volt. GND, ground, there are several ground pins on the Arduino, any of which can be used to ground your circuit. V in this pin also can be used to power the Arduino board from an external power source, like AC mains power supply. Digital I/O. The Arduino Uno board has 14 digital I/O pins, that is pin 2 to 13, of which 6 provide PWM, pulse width modulation, output. These pins can be configured to work as input digital pins to read logic values, 0 or 1, or as digital output pins to drive different modules like LEDs. Serial is used for communication between the Arduino board and a computer or other devices. All Arduino boards have at least one serial port, also known as a UART or USART, serial. It communicates on digital pins 0, RX, and 1, TX, as well as with a computer via USB. MISO, master in slave out, the slave line for sending data to the master. MUSI, master out slave in, the master line for sending data to the peripherals. SCK, serial clock, the clock pulses which synchronize data transmission generated by the master. And one line specific for every device. SS, slave select, the pin on each device that the master can use to enable and disable specific devices. When a device's slave select pin is low, it communicates with the master. When it's high, it ignores the master. This allows you to have multiple SPI devices sharing the same MISO, MUSI, and CLK lines. RF stands for analog reference. It is sometimes used to set an external reference voltage, between 0 and 5 volts, as the upper limit for the analog input pins. Reset button, as restart button in your PC restarts the system. In the same manner reset button restart the Arduino. It means that the program memory ROM set to the starting position or address. Your code starts from the beginning, and hardware resets. USB plug, Arduino board can be powered by using the USB cable from your computer. It is also used to upload the program from your computer to Arduino board. External power plug, external power supplied up to 7 to 12 volt DC. ICSP, in-circuit serial programming. ICSP is an AVR, a tiny programming header for the Arduino consisting of MUSI, MISO, SCK, reset, VCC, and GND. It is often referred to as an SPI, serial peripheral interface, which could be considered as an expansion of the output. Actually, you are slaving the output device to the master of the SPI bus. Power LED. This LED should light up when you plug your Arduino into a power source to indicate that your board is powered up correctly. If this light does not turn on, then there is something wrong with the connection. Voltage regulator. The function of the voltage regulator is to control the voltage given to the Arduino board and stabilize the DC voltages used by the processor and other elements. Clock or crystal oscillator 16 MHz. The crystal oscillator helps Arduino in dealing with time issues. How does Arduino calculate time? The answer is, by using the crystal oscillator. The number printed on top of the Arduino crystal is 16.000H9H. It tells us that the frequency is 16 million Hz or 16 MHz. Transmitter and receiver LEDs. On your board, you will find two labels, TX, transmit, and RX, receive. They appear in two places on the Arduino Uno board. First, at the digital pins 0 and 1, to indicate the pins responsible for serial communication. Second, the TX and RX LED. The TX LED flashes with different speed while sending the serial data. The speed of flashing depends on the baud rate used by the board. RX flashes during the receiving process. Serial communication chip. Serial is used for communication between the Arduino board and a computer or other devices. All Arduino boards have at least one serial port, also known as a UART or USART. Debug LED. It is used to test the Arduino board whether it is working or not and is used to make easy testing instead of getting lead and resistors. ICSP stands for In-Circuit Serial Programming, and it is a protocol used to program microcontrollers like the PIC and the AVR chips, etc. ICSP pins are used for programming Arduino or at Mega chip by another Arduino or connecting the Arduino board to a computer for uploading a sketch. For more details, visit website. Link in description. Various kinds of Arduino boards are available depending on different microcontrollers used. First, Arduino Uno, R3. The Uno is a huge option for your initial Arduino. It consists of 14 digital I/O pins, where 6 pins can be used as PWM pulse width modulation outputs, 6 analog inputs, a reset button, a power jack, a USB connection and more. It includes everything required to hold up the microcontroller. Simply attach it to a PC with the help of a USB cable and give the supply to get started with AC to DC adapter or battery. Next is LilyPad Arduino board. The LilyPad Arduino board is a wearable e-textile technology expanded by Leah Buckley and considerately designed by Leah and Spark Fun. Each board was imaginatively designed with huge connecting pads and a smooth back to let them to be sewn into clothing using conductive thread. This Arduino also comprises of I/O, power, and also sensor boards which are built especially for e-textiles. These are even washable. Another is Redboard Arduino board. The Redboard Arduino board can be programmed using a mini-B USB cable using the Arduino IDE. It will work on Windows 8 without having to modify your security settings. It is more constant due to the USB or FTDI chip we used, and also it is entirely flat on the back. Creating it is very simple to utilize in the project design. Just plug the board, select the menu option to choose an Arduino Uno and you are ready to upload the program. You can control the Redboard over USB cable using the barrel jack. Next comes Arduino Mega, R3, board. The Arduino Mega is similar to the Uno's big brother. It includes lots of digital I/O pins. From that, 14 pins can be used as PWM outputs, 6 analog inputs, a reset button, a power jack, a USB connection and a reset button. It includes everything required to hold up the microcontroller. Simply attach it to a PC with the help of a USB cable and give the supply to get started with AC to DC adapter or battery. The huge number of pins make this Arduino board very helpful for designing the projects that need a bunch of digital inputs or outputs like HOTS buttons. Arduino Leonardo board. The first development board of an Arduino is the Leonardo board. This board uses one microcontroller along with the USB. That means, it can be very simple and cheap also. Because this board handles USB directly, program libraries are obtainable which let the Arduino board to follow a keyboard of the computer, mouse, etc. Arduino Esplora. The Arduino Esplora is a microcontroller board derived from the Arduino Leonardo. The Esplora differs from all preceding Arduino boards in that it provides a number of built-in, ready-to-use set of onboard sensors for interaction. Basically used for gaming, and in controlling the all direction. Arduino Nano. The Arduino Nano is a small, complete, and breadboard-friendly board based on the Atmega 328P, Arduino Nano 3.x. It has more or less the same functionality of the Arduino Duomo, but in a different package. It lacks only a DC power jack, and works with a mini B USB cable instead of a standard one. The next upcoming videos will have some best IoT home automation projects, drone projects, etc. For this you must need to stay connected and wait for the next videos. Till then, goodbye, take care and subscribe to our channel HarshTronics. Thank you. Keep supporting. Comment your suggestions. Stay tuned for next videos.